Hello, this is Sonia Singh. I'm a real estate agent with SaveMax, and with me is Raj Puri, my husband, and a broker here at SaveMax. Thank you so much for tuning back in. We've been getting some great feedback and encouragement from you guys on the content that we've been sharing. So it's been very encouraging, and we're very happy to be back. And we want to do another episode and discuss with you. Different topics related to real estate. And today we will be touching base on what the current real estate market is like. We will be talking about the pricing as well as talking about home prep and presentation. So, Raj, let's talk about this. You have many, many years of experience in real estate. You're the master guru in this.
I'm still learning.
Definitely. I think you've got solid grounds with the base that you have. Can you give me a little bit idea and share with our viewers what you think about the current real estate market?
See, Sonia, I would say there are few factors that affecting the current real estate market. One of them is the immigration.
Right.
And if you see, I think from the past few months, there are a lot of changes in the immigration.
Right.
That's directly impact on the real estate. Another factor is the economically, I think what this war is going between Canada and US, the tariff war, that is also creating some fear factor in the buyer side, this uncertainty,
Right.
what's going to happen. And these are the few factors I would say impacting in real estate right now. Interest rate, I think right now, if you consider that from the bank point of view, interest rates are not that bad.
Right.
There is no interest rate drop this time also. But I think those two major factors are immigration and that's tariff war.
So it's putting a bit of fear and sort of uncertainty.
Fear and uncertainty. And
Okay.
that's reason this is a buyer's market.
Raj, another question I have for you is why are some homes still sitting longer on the market despite that they're in a good neighborhood, a good area?
That's a very good question you asked me, Sonia. There are if you see that neighborhood and you see that these properties are still in the market and you want to know why.
Yeah.
See, as a buyer, I'm thinking as a buyer,
Right.
why? I think with my experience, what I would consider, there are only 2 or 3 factors. Those properties are still in the market because today's buyers, they want to move on those properties which they don't have to do anything.
So they want move-in ready.
They want
places.
to move in ready. They don't want to put money from their pocket.
Right.
That could be one reason.
Right.
Another reason, like they have more competition in the same neighborhood. And last, I would say price might be another factor. So these are the few factors.
So they're very, very picky. They want, I guess, a layout. They want move-in ready. So they
buyer
want
has
some
a lot of choices right
minimal
now.
amount they want to.
Yeah, they want to put their money where they get maximum. Sonia, now you are also in a real estate business. You know that, right? And what do you think? Why some properties we think they are still in overpriced?
Well, based on my experience, and I've seen you guys work too, I'm learning a lot. And I think when I see a situation like there's a number of factors that would indicate perhaps your house is overpriced. And, simple things, you see that your listing's sitting on the market for some time. That's a big indication something is off. Or you get no showings and no offers, nothing, no activity, or you're getting a lot of showings but no offers. And also, I think getting feedback when you have, say, showings and the buyer agents come back to you and they kind of give you an indication, oh, the house is overpriced. I'm not saying you go with that, but if you get that in repeat number of times, that's something I think maybe you want to consider.
So you get that feedback, not from one realtor.
Yeah.
You get feedback for few realtors.
Yeah.
Then in that case, that
You want to give
you
it a
think
thought.
you want to give that thought, my
Yeah,
property is
yeah,
overpriced.
and you look around what's being sold. If you have a similar property to one next door to you, it's being sold, and you want to know what's causing yours not to move any further than it is. So and also when you're looking at the price, to also not just look at the listed, do comparable, sorry, with the current listings out there, but also pay attention to what's sold.
What's sold in your neighborhood.
Yeah, so I think that gives you a better indication to figure out, perhaps, is your price accurate? Is it high? Is it low? It gives you a sense of direction, I think.
So the main factors I would say is you have a lot of showings, no offer,
Right.
or you don't have showings, and the realtor's feedback.
Right.
So these are the main factors you have to consider, like adjusting the price of your property. So say Max in the business from last 14 years. What we do different for the sellers that we can sell their property in minimum time at maximum price.
Right. Well, number one thing, we give maximum amount of exposure to the listing that we get. And that is, preparing the social media posts and getting it across all platforms of social media, that it be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So it's out there. Everybody's getting their eyes on it. As well, we have open houses we run. We have flyers and we have feature sheets, all that to make sure that we are getting the property out there and it's seen by everybody.
And what about the staging?
Yes, absolutely. Staging. Sorry, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Staging is very, very, very important. We did an entire podcast on that, the importance of staging. And staging is, as we discussed in the previous podcast, is a big thing. It's like creating that first impression for your house. It's creating that space for a buyer to walk in and feel how it would be if they were to own this place. So clearing out everything you can, depersonalizing it, decluttering it, making sure it's clean and presentable.
So basically in Save Max, we go from virtual tour, video walk,
yes.
social media, staging, flyer distributions, Save Max network exposure. So these are the main things we do for the sellers.
Yeah, and
to get the maximum
absolutely,
value in
absolutely.
minimum time.
A lot of exposure. Raj, we sit in a moment right now where there's a lot of listings on the market right now for people that are wanting to list their house and they want to sell it, but my question to you is, if there is, say, things that need to be done, do you suggest they go on to fix those little things, or should they list as is?
See, I think most of the seller, they have that question. If your house need small work, like the paint job, cleaning, some small reno, then definitely I would suggest do it.
Right.
But if the house need a full renovation, I would say sell as is. You might not get the money you spend. The buyer is willing to pay you back. So you have to make that decision.
So you might lose then, but you may
some
invest.
cases you what's happened, some cases you overspend
Ah,
and you don't get the money back.
right.
So in that cases, my recommendation is, if there is small renovation, do it.
Okay.
Paint job, do it.
Okay.
But if it's a major renovation, then you have to think your budget and don't expect that you will get maximum money back. Yeah.
So it's again situation to situation, and you have to look at what needs fixing, small or big.
Yes.
If it's small, yes, worth it. It's going to pay off.
Yeah.
Big, to leave off. It's just not going to get you the
Let
return.
the buyer to spend the money if they want to spend.
Right.
Way.
Raj, we see that there is a lot of inventory, a lot of choices for the buyers. At this point, I want to get your expert opinion on what you can pass on to both the buyers and the sellers. How do they prepare themselves, whether it's them buying a house or whether it's them selling? What advice do you have to share with them?
See, if you see our past podcast, Sonia, I even that postcards, I said, for the buyers, when they are mentally and financially ready, they should be come in the market. once they're ready, once they're in the market, the most important thing they need to consider is the location.
Right.
Today's market, they can buy properties in a really good locations because they have a lot of choices. Uh, After the location, I would go with the layout of the property.
Right.
Then the price is the factor is also very important. So these are the main things as a buyer you want to go through. If the property you are looking in Mississauga and you're looking a property in Oakville,
Right.
or you're looking a property in Milton, you have to see which location is good for you.
So they have to really narrow down their criteria.
Yes.
So it's not like
Yeah.
out there and they're
Yeah.
got
Because you
too
have a lot
much.
of
Yeah.
choices, now
Yeah.
you will be confused
you,
also.
You're gonna have
So,
to narrow
yes,
it down.
you
Know
have to-
exactly what you want.
Absolutely,
Right.
because this is the market. You can buy the property as per your location. What location you're looking for?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
for the seller's point of view, we also talked that in the past podcast, price is a factor, and presentation is another factor. Then third factor is the marketing.
Right.
How you can get the maximum exposure to your property. Regarding the price, definitely you check some comparables, similar kind of properties
Right.
sold in the neighborhood, and list the property at that price, that attracts the buyer to come to see your house.
Right.
At least one offer should be on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Then you make your mind which direction you want to
Correct
go.
me if I'm wrong. I think when you list a property on, say, MLS, or it's out there, it's the first 2-3 weeks that maybe
Yes. Yeah.
gets
First
the
2-3
attention.
weeks,
Yeah.
that you will get
That's
a very serious buyer on your property.
Right.
So you have to be very, very careful
On your
when you
pricing.
bring in the property in the market. Your property has to be ready, priced right, the maximum exposure to your property.
Right.
So these are the few factors as a seller to look at.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. Very informative, and I'm sure we're going to take that advice and keep that in our mind when we are out there listing or buying. So appreciate that. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We've covered a lot of important things in this episode here. We talked about what changes that we are seeing in the current real estate market. We've talked about pricing and what factors will point out that your listing may be priced a bit high, and what are some of the things to consider, as well as the importance of staging and what we provide here at SaveMac as a organization to make sure that you get the maximum amount of exposure for your property, and we work very hard to get success happening for you.
Absolutely, Sonia. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We look forward to more episodes and to cover more real estate information with you. If you like this session, please do share. And if there's any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can DM us, call us, whatever works. Looking forward to more exciting episodes. Thank you so much.